Chapter 2. A Sick Dragon. Anna looked up and started to scream. The other dragon masters also looked to the sky. Griffith pointed a finger at Khepri. "I'll try to slow her down," the wizard cried. Lightning sizzled from his finger, but before Griffith could use his magic, a red blur shot across the sky. It was Vulcan, flying faster than Drake had ever seen him fly before. He lunged for Khepri and grabbed her with his front claws. "Go, Vulcan!" Rory cheered. Vulcan flew in a circle around the valley, slowing down. Then he gently placed Khepri in the grass. Everyone ran to Khepri. The dragon's eyes were closed. Her breathing was loud and heavy. Anna stroked Khepri's head. "Oh, Khepri, are you all right?" she asked, her voice shaking. Griffith leaned over Khepri, frowning. "I'm afraid she doesn't look well," he said. Anna turned to the wizard. "She has seemed a little off since last week, when the tunnel caved in. She gets tired easily, and sometimes her eyes look cloudy. I should have said something." Griffith put a hand on her shoulder. "It's not your fault, Anna," he said. "But are you sure Khepri only started looking sick after that night in the tunnel?" Anna slowly nodded her head. "Yes, she was fine before then." Drake, Bo, and Rory looked at one another. A week before, they had all tried to sneak out of the castle with their dragons. Since King Roland wanted to keep the dragons a secret, most dragon training had to take place underground. The dragon masters had only wanted to get outside to do some night flying. Then a glowing red orb had flown into the tunnel that led to the valley. The red ball of light scared Vulcan, so he tried to get away. His huge body banged into the tunnel walls, and he had made the tunnel cave in. They were trapped. Worm used his mind powers to help them escape. He broke up the big rocks blocking the tunnel using only his thoughts. Worm had saved them all. But now something was wrong with Khepri. "Why did you ask about the cave-in, Griffith?" asked Bo. "The red orb worries me," Griffith answered. "It must have been made by a dark wizard, as I had feared, and dark magic can make sun dragons sick." "So Khepri's illness is connected to that weird ball?" asked Anna. "And the other dragons are okay because they're not sun dragons?" "I think so," said Griffith. "Do you know any dark wizards?" Drake asked with a shiver. "No time for tales now," said Griffith with a wave of his hand. Suddenly, Rory cried out, "Look! Khepri is getting up!" The dragon had opened her eyes and was standing on all four legs. "She looks well enough to walk back to the dragon caves," Griffith said. "Come along." He led the dragon masters and their dragons back through the tunnel. The tunnel led to the big underground dragon room. There, each dragon had a small cave. When they got there, a big man with red hair waited for them. He wore a vest with a gold dragon on it and a metal crown on his head. 2 guards stood behind him. Griffith stopped. "King Roland," he said, "what brings you down here?" The king frowned. "What is this I hear about a sick dragon?"